anyone.
Good morning, Counselor.
Good morning to you. Sit down.
Oh, yeah, thanks. What's your interest this bright and happy day?
What have you got that's interesting?
Oh, we have a shoplifter, a man accused of beating his wife, 2 car thieves, a clarinet player who shot his agent, and...
Hold it, I'll take that one.
Oh, wait a minute, Herb. I think you'd be better off with a wife beater.
Why?
Well, on Stan Collins, a clarinet player, we have everything but an eyewitness. Motive, opportunity, leaving the scene of the crime, financial benefits.
Murder weapon?
Oh, we haven't found it yet, but we're still looking.
What's the motive?
Stan Collins and the murdered man, Ned Baxter, were having a fight over Baxter's wife. There were witnesses.
Who saw him leave the scene of the crime?
The dead man's wife. She was heading for the back door of the club through the locker room. There was Stan Collins standing there, and he said, "Don't bother telling anybody you'd seen me." And then he left the locker room.
Then what happened?
Well, she never got out the back door. Her husband's body was in the way.
Is it all right if I talk to Stan Collins?
Sure. But he'll say he's innocent. Most of them do. Well, there you are, Counselor. Listen, if it doesn't work out, I'll still recommend the wife beater. He had an automatic motive. He's married.
Stan, I'm not going to pull any punches.
Mr. Maris's office.
This is Lieutenant Weston. I want to talk to Mr. Maris.
Well, I'm sorry he isn't in at the moment.
You know where I can get in touch with him?
No, not right now.
Will you take a message?
Oh, yes, of course.
Tell them we found the murder weapon in the Baxter case. It was found in Stan Collins' apartment. I got to leave headquarters for a while, but they'll know where to get in touch with me.
Oh, all right, I'll tell him.
Oh, Lieutenant, I just talked to my secretary.
You know, if you were just 2 minutes earlier, you could have bought my lunch.
I'm not in the mood for any food right now. I understand you found the murder weapon in Collins' apartment.
Yeah, we sure did. I guess that just about winds up the case. All I need is one more thing, to find out who the last registered owner was and how Stan Collins got possession of it.
What was the time lapse between the shooting and the arrival of the police?
Oh, 15, 20 minutes. Why?
Where was Collins when the police arrived?
Playing on the bandstand.
He was taken straight to jail and he's been in his cell ever since?
Uh-huh, that's right.
Then how did the murder weapon get into Collins' apartment?
Counselor, there are times when I dislike you and your line of questioning. You tell me, how did the gun get into Stan Collins' apartment?
I don't know. I'm working on it.
Oh, excuse me. I got to check in at headquarters. This is Lieutenant Weston. Any messages? Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I'll pick it up on my way out to Parker's place. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Last registered owner of the gun was a Mr. Helsick Parker, address on Billings Street.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Parker?
Yes?
I'm Lieutenant Weston, Police Department. Mr. Parker, I have a gun here, registered to you. Do you recognize it?
Yes. It used to be mine.
Well, it's just been used to kill a man. How'd it get out of your hands?
Lieutenant, I got a 14-year-old boy I'm trying to bring up right, and it's been a tough job because he hasn't had any mother since he was 4.
What about this gun, Mr. Parker?
I'm getting there. The kid thought he wanted to go into a band someday, play an instrument like a cornet, or I guess they call it a trumpet nowadays. And they were awful expensive. And I couldn't have the money, and I couldn't have any credit. And I guess I got a little discouraged, and I went in the bar at the corner. Young fellow was in there. He had a trumpet in the knee of his arm. Had a little too much to drink, too. We got to talking. Told him about my kid. And I said, I had a good mind to go home and shoot myself.
Then what?
He asked me if I had a gun, and I said I did. He said he would swap me the trumpet for the gun. because he had another trump at home.
Mr. Parker, would you recognize this man if you ever saw him again?
I don't think so. My seeing wasn't too good that night.
Mr. Parker, we'd like to borrow that trumpet.
It's gone. The kid blew it a couple of times. Then he dropped it. And after, it cost me $2.50 for another mouthpiece.
Why did you have to buy another mouthpiece?
Fellow at school told the kid he had a special-made mouthpiece on the thing, hard for him to play. Out to get just the regular kind. I know I should have reported selling the gun, but I didn't want any more trouble.
Where's the trumpet now, Mr. Parker?
I don't know. I sold it to a fellow for $11.
Did you give him both the mouthpieces?
No, just the new one. The other one, I have it in the house. You want to see it?
Please.
Swear to it, but it sure looks like one of Mike's.
Dan, if somebody put an ordinary mouthpiece in Mike's trumpet, would he recognize it as soon as he started to play it?
Well, that's right.
But if someone switched mouthpieces on Mike and used this one...
I see what you're getting at. In that case, Mike would never know the difference.
Thanks.
Jenny, we'd like to arrange for Mike to play a number with this mouthpiece without knowing it's been changed from the one he usually uses.
You want me to switch it?
Oh, we don't want you to take any risk, Jenny, but if you could help...
Look, I'd take a lot bigger chance for Stan than that. It'll be a cinch. The boys leave their horns in the locker room anyway. Give me the mouthpiece.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And good luck.
Thank you. Switch, but he caught me. I had a little bit of trouble with it.
Plays as though that mouthpiece were part of it.
Yeah. I'm sold. Let's get him.
Okay, you got me. But you're gonna have to get Helen too, because she framed the whole thing.
We already have her on a technical charge of being a material witness.
That charge will soon be changed to something a little more serious.